Yo guys, welcome to Crypto MC. My name is Rudo and I'm a full-time trader and this trade can't wait. So I'm going to get into this. Let's quickly then just have a look at what was said yesterday on the Trade for a Living podcast. So yesterday we were looking at BTC real quick. So this is the chart and I gave this as a buy zone. So the argument was that I wanted to wait for strong bullish divergence to kick in. And the argument behind the strong bullish divergence is that we would try and see whether we can create a base here and start pushing back up. As I also explained, when you have two sides, there's always two parties in the market. The trader in me always allows myself to cheat as well. So in that, after the stream went live, after I shared this buy zone with you guys on YouTube, also went into the Discord with the Discord community in the Market Tactics stream. Let me just quickly open it there in the Market Tactics stream. And we also looked at, there's the stream, and we also looked at an additional short scenario because we're allowed to cheat. So typically what happened was yesterday, if you went long on the YouTube, you stopped out, you didn't make any money. Those in the Discord, that was my average buying price, 62-ish thereabout. And we managed to ride a really nice short in the market. So there's the buy, there's the time you can verify. It's not BS. Oh, maybe I need to just do this there you can see. So we had a nice trade and it played out nicely on Prime. So I want to utilize that profit today and I want to throw it back into the market and take on a few more trades. So let's quickly then have a look at that just yet. So I'm going to use the buddy indicator still as a little bit of an addition, because remember the buddy indicator is basically built and engineered in the sense that all the strategies I use to trade for a living every day, I kind of want to have those alerts. Consider this strategy, consider that strategy, the 4, the 2, the 1, all those strategies as a reminder so that it becomes easy. You know, if you think about, there's the long, but later on the day, buddy indicator gave you the and another long, and you would have been in TP1 already. So, and that's it. So that's the idea behind it. Now, clearly, if we look at this from a momentum point of view, we've got a lot of momentum in the market. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch off all the strategies for a moment so that it's at least just a clean screen. And the nice thing with the buddy indicator is it actually colors the candles in, the bodies of the candles. So you can hold your alt template and it tells you, remember, if you want to pick for a bottom, you need to be in a market where the candles are red, where the trend is bearish. That's how when we pick bottom. And then when you have pullbacks, you trade with momentum. So that makes for the easy trades. Okay. So where we're at the moment is still bearish trend. So if I want to pick a bottom, I need to, I'm in the right environment to pick a bottom, but I need to understand that the market is probably going to be easily moved into the bearish side. And that's the setup that I want to share with you guys today. So I'm going to bring in the RSI real quick. And what I want to point out to you is if we look at this price action here, and I'm just going to switch to a line tool, you can clearly see that what we have is a trend that's going downwards. And we have an RSI that's going upwards. And that, my dear friends, is hidden bearish divergence. It's the same setup that we used to identify the short here. This is just another BTC chart. So it's basically just the same setup that I used there. Okay, RSI went higher. Okay, price was lower. So clear entry invalidation, you don't want to see a higher high. So it makes for a real easy trade if you think about that. So this is the same rules, same thing, go short now. The argument is if the market wants to be bullish, okay, I will cheat and be bullish later on. But for now, anywhere from here to there is going to be a really nice short hunting ground. Okay, so tag in the short, the argument is anywhere there. Now, this is what we tend to do as traders, especially if you're new to trading. You try and get that stop as tight as possible to the invalidation. Don't be cheap, guys. The market is really choppy at the moment. I tend to do that a lot as well. You know, don't be cheap. I missed out on good positions for silly $5 Bitcoin price money, that kind of stuff. So just don't be cheap. So understand that the market's going to be there. And if you're trading on a leveraged platform, understand that there will be a spread. So there will be a little bit of a built-in difference which you're getting the price sold at. And those prices can sometimes trigger, and then you get stopped out and then the market runs. So just remember that. Okay. The fact that this candle is turning light blue, guys, don't use this as a scenario that this is a bullish breakout. As one candle does not establish a trend. Just remember that. Okay, you need an array of candles. So yes, turn light blue and start trading here, then I will switch sides easily. Okay, so that is the analysis for me at this stage. So try and tag a nice short in there. Consider that you can go there, and from this point onwards, I'm going to move over to another spot entry that I want to share with you, and then I'm going to end the stream for YouTube and the various Twitter feeds. So those joining in from YouTube, Mohed, to the Mars, good morning, Lisa, good morning. All those things I'm going to go on, and then we're going to continue on trading live as we normally do, but not in the Discord, but on the Twitch page. So if you want to know how to get there, very simple, easily, you can go to the YouTube channel and you can go to the YouTube channel, and there should be, when you click on for more links, there's all the various links. You can go to Discord, and Discord will give you a link to the Twitch. And alternatively, I can actually just really quickly put the link for you guys in the stream, seeing that it's not here. So let's do that in any case. Why not? Let's do that for you guys. So I'm just going to do that copy there, and go into here and there, paste it for you guys. Boom. There you go. Well, so there's the link to Twitch. So that's where the live trading is going to continue onwards. Okay, so on to the next stream. But before you do that, let's just say thanks to sponsors. Always as a sponsor, I trade exclusively on leverage CFDs on Prime XBT. If you want to join me, trade with me, trade the setups, use the stuff, all you need to do is open your account, links in the video description. In addition to this, you'll get a 20% deposit bonus. And if your trading fees is, or your trading account is up to a specific size, Prime XBT will actually sponsor you access to the Discord, all the paid stuff that I have in there, all my additional videos, my content, and which means that you can actually just get a free trial at no quibble, no cost to you, and see what I'm on about, so you can actually verify whether I'm whether I claim to be a stay-at-home trader or not. So you can do that. Okay, guys. So back to the charts. Let's get back to the charts. All the stuff is in there. I need to get my entry in as well. Remember one thing, guys. I tend to not to try and be too cheap with these type of trades, because we're trading with a lot of momentum. So I'll still have a little bit of time to get in there. Martin says, cheap is my second name. Yes, Martin. Well, it's good to be cheap. It's good to be cheap when you're trading on spot. And this is the next setup that I'm going to show you. And Mr. Bitcoin Network's giving the Twitch link as well. So thanks, buddy. Thanks for helping me out there. Really do appreciate that. So the next setup. Now I've got a demo account here. So before you guys say that there's no money, there is no money in this account. But what I want to show you guys is a new coin, and I'm looking at the affiliate marketing behind it. I'm looking at the social media marketing behind it, and I'm looking at the current market sentiment behind this. Okay, and I think that there might be a nice, easy, lazy spot money to be had here. And I want to also take in and get in on this. Now, I've been keeping an eye on this since this morning and around this area. Just kind of wanted to see whether the volume is big. The volume is big, so there's not a lot of supply in the market. And this one particularly is going to move. So the coin is dogs, basically, if you want to know. And if you want to grab a little bit of dogs and see if you can scalp in a little bit of free money for the day, this, I think, is an easy mover. It's already gone up 8 or 9% for the day. So where can this thing go? Probably another 20%, another 30%. Why? So let me quickly open the chart, and then I can show you why. And I'm going to chart it in by, but just for the sake of speeding things up. So when you have a nice wick like that, the golden key that I always say then when I want to ape into something like this is particularly looking at where the price, where that wick, that sell off initial launch wick, where it ends and what price does afterwards. So typically, if price starts trading here, you're in for a correction. The market's going to go hunt liquidity and look for a bottom somewhere, and then you wait for that before you grab your trade. But because where we are now, we're sitting in this scenario. Yeah, this is not the trading view shortcuts won't work here. Because we've stayed above that line and consolidated, I'm going to use this as a momentum play. So I'm going to be entering in momentum, but I'm going to use that blue line as my invalidation. Okay, so there's no free meal. There's always going to be risk on anything. So you need to just define and say, okay, right, if you're going to spend $100 on spot here, how much are you going to be down for on that $100? So typically, if I measure it, that's a 35% drawdown on $100. Okay, so your $100 turns to $65. So what do you need to have in trading capital to be able to afford a stop like that? Well, at least $2,000, because then if you're still losing that amount, that $35 on spot, you're down 3%. So just remember that. Just apply a logical risk management to these things. Okay. Now, what you can do is if you have time, let's say you're not in the office or you're not too busy, you can have a tighter stop, but you need to understand that typically when you move into this volatile market, the market can easily go and grab stops. So just be mindful, not advertising your stop, putting it where everybody else will logically put their stop. Okay. Last little thing that I want to share with you guys, and I'm going to zoom into this, why I want to take the trade, why I think it's good. The 50% of the candle that makes the higher high, that's the buy. So if I look at this from a purely Fibonacci point of view, and I switch off all the other important but not relevant to what I'm trying to share or say to you guys fibs, you can see that that is a really big move. So if you want to be patient and you don't want to just ape in on this trade with the momentum, you've got a little bit of time to wait for price. Wait for price to maybe come close to, I'm not saying tag that line, come close to anywhere between this upper boundary of 0.0137 and the lower boundary of 0.0132. That would be a really good area to consider grabbing this with a momentum play and then having a tighter stop, which means that for this one, you can then reduce that 35 to 11%. Let's round it up, make it a 15%. And then 15%, then if you do the maths back, you can take the same $100, but only with what, $1,000 portfolio? No, less. $500, $700 portfolio if I do my head math. So give it time. Last little thing, when I look at stuff like this, it's easy to fall victim to the breakout. So do the following: buy now, so that feeling goes away, but with a little bit of money. And if you're wrong, you just and it never comes back to our entry. It's okay. Then you make a little bit of money. That little bit of money will probably still be able to afford you an entry on another new project that will launch on Bybit pretty soon, and. So that's the way that you can maybe manage your emotions as well, because I know I've gone through this ringer from starting with a portfolio, losing almost everything, building myself up from that. You first learn to lose. You first learn that typical stuff, and you learn to do that so well that you almost know you're busy messing up and you're never going to act on that again. So if you're still new, buy now for that matter. Have an additional order in there, and maybe you're lucky, which means it will bring your average price to the top of the buy zone, and that's it. Okay, so that's everything from me for now. When are we going to take profit on this? That's a completely different question and a hard one to answer at this stage, because we don't have a lot of TA on this. So I'm going to leave that up to you guys to define. But typically what I would do is initial take profits will be at around this half area of this wick, which means that if we buy tight enough, we can easily make a 30 to a 40% for today, which makes sense from where we are. Another 20% easy trade. That's it. That's everything that I wanted to share with you guys today. Links to everything and everywhere will be in the video description. I'll be looking for you guys on Twitch, where I'm going to be streaming my screen, basically share my screen, and that's it. Switch the mic on when there's something to say. And that's it. Wait for trading. Trading, then you actually see how boring trading can be. And I'm going to now try and just get my ass into this short real quick. And hopefully there will be another long setup in there so that I can cheat for the day. Make sure that whatever happens, I'll be making money. Guys, have a lovely day. As always, keep hustling, my friends.
I'll keep hustling.
Subscribe now.